G'day everyone, it's the Jury94 here, and welcome to another week of Behind the Stream, where we interview some of your favourite streamers, get to know them a little bit more, and see what they do in their stream to make them, what makes them tick. So this week we've got I'll start from the beginning. Thank you for being here today, guys. Last week we did an interview with Hannah Biella. It was a fantastic interview. We got to know a lot more about Hannah and her streams. So that was a very good time. The video is live on the YouTube, the Quick Save Gaming YouTube channel. So if you did miss that, go check that out. Actually, no, it's not live yet. I'll be posting it up tomorrow. Man, I'm all over the place this morning. Or this afternoon. Man, really all over the place. So that'll be posted up tomorrow for you guys to check out. Yeah, with his lol. So this week we're going to be interviewing one of Quick Save Gaming's very own member of the team. So he's been a very active member of the Quick Save Gaming community, helping out a lot with the back-end stuff, with the administrative, as well as doing his own streams, and basically just been a really good supportive streamer in the community. So this week I would love to introduce you guys to JiffTV97.
Hello.
How are you going, Jiff?
Yeah, good. I'm glad I see you need another cup of coffee more than I do.
Yeah, I'm getting through it. It's been a bit of a rocky start to the morning, that's for sure. So, Jiff, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm from Queensland. I work in 9 to 5. I play games for fun to relax and all that as well. I've got a bachelor's degree in business, in management, in human resources as well. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Other than that, I pretty much just live on my computer. That's about it as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a streamer from Queensland, Jiff.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I play games to some ridiculous hour in the morning. I somehow operate off 5 hours sleep as well. But yeah, on that, I do this as fun, and this is a hobby for me, and I love doing it. And yeah, that's pretty much a little bit about me. And I hold a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, nice.
As well.
So what kind of games do you play, Jiff?
So I used to play a lot of story games, and then I met people 3 months ago, and that kind of changed. So now I'm playing a lot of multiplayer games, so a lot of shooters, pretty much anything I can play with friends at the moment, because that's what I love doing as well. And I'm looking forward to May, when a lot of all the good story games start coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to balance the multiplayer and story-based game. I get that issue all the time. Like, I want to play games with my friends, but then also like play story games. There's not enough time for it all.
Yeah, and that's why all the good releases for the PlayStation 5 finally come out in May, and I'm so excited.
Oh, PlayStation 5. Don't even get me started.
You'll get one one day. You'll get one day.
So what is your favorite game of all time?
So, my favorite game of all time was one of my first games I ever properly finished, and I've fell in love with it ever since I first started playing the series. Kingdom Hearts is always something I always come back to, probably every couple of years. Without fail, and always play. Well, now it's the trilogy. I play the trilogy all the way through, as well. So yeah. So from that, all the storyline, the perfect culmination of Final Fantasy characters and Disney characters, as well. Like, it just captured me from such a young age.
I've gotta say that Kingdom Hearts is definitely up there with one of my favorite game series, and I think that's 2 weeks in a row we've had a streamer on here who said Kingdom Hearts is their favorite game series. Last week we had Hannah who said her favorite. Streamer, game of all time was Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, that being said though, you said, and this is kind of something that annoyed me a little bit with Kingdom Hearts 3. There wasn't any Final Fantasy characters in it.
Yeah, see, I didn't click on that until Hannah mentioned it the other week. I was like, there actually wasn't. They're not even like a sneaky reference. Like, I played through it recently. It's like, oh my god. Yeah. Light bulb.
That's right.
So yeah, no, I was really shocked about that. But now I think about it, whatever happened with their relationship?
I think Pixar got involved.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Because it was all just Pixar worlds. In Kingdom Hearts 3. Overall though, it was still a fantastic game. So I wasn't too bad. like too salty about it, but it was definitely missed. It was definitely missed.
Especially even though it copped a lot of flack online because a lot of people were waiting so long and people felt disappointed by it. It was still like fun to play through.
Yeah,
like no regrets playing through it.
Yeah, I've heard stories that people have had that pre-ordered for like 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
I sad I missed out the PS4.
Crazy. Hey, Morph. Lucky day. So, if you could play one game for the rest of your life, what game would that be?
Ooh, it's not really vaguely a game. I'm gonna say a series. It's like the Final Fantasy series games because probably more specifically 7 because 7's just like so much fun to play through and there's so much story.
Yep.
But just that whole, I'm a big fan of Cloud. Like Cloud's just like life. And especially Tifa and all that as well. Like some really good memories in there. And going through that whole story arc and yeah, just all that as well. And great music score, everything. I used to have One Winged Angel as my ringtone on my phone way back in the day.
That's the Sephiroth theme, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It's the best looking character in that game.
Fair enough too. I guess the Final Fantasy series is probably a good choice because there's a lot there. Like you've got a big lineup, so by the time you get through it all, you can go back to number 1 and still feel like it's a new game
and forget what's happened.
And like the stories are also good. The music is also amazing. So I think that's a very good choice of game to be playing for the rest of your life. And at this rate, they still keep coming out with more. I think Final Fantasy 16
is coming out
soon, and that I'm pretty excited for that. So especially with how 15 was.
So excited.
Yeah. So what was the very first video game you ever played?
Ooh, Croc on the PlayStation 1.
Oh no way! You know what? I think that might have been one of the games I've played. No, it wasn't one of the first, but I remember vividly playing that at a friend's house and really struggling with it.
Yeah, it was super hard. Like I remember playing Croc when I was like a wee baby. It was because we just got a PlayStation 1 and yeah, I played Croc because all my friends were like, oh, 64 Mario, but no, we got a PlayStation 1, got a Croc, and it was the first game I ever played and never really played through it. I just used to jump around and mess around all the time. Never really understood what was going on because I was so young.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. So my neighbors had it. So I had a PlayStation, but I didn't have Croc. I had a lot of copyrighted games because of the old bugged PlayStation. Sony, please don't hate me. But these guys next door, they had Croc, and we could not work it out. Like we got to that duck, and that's all we could get to. That duck at the very start of the game, and that was it. That's what we got stuck on.
Yeah. I just remember between that and Crash Bandicoot, like the OG Crash Bandicoot, when you got to that stupid bridge level that you had to time perfect jumps.
Yeah.
And could not, and because you didn't have depth perception on PlayStation 1 back then, it was just so harsh.
Yeah. It's so interesting just how much, and I think I've said this every single behind the stream for the last 3 weeks so far. Games back in the day are so much harder than they are now. And not not like Dark Souls hard or like put the difficulty on the hardest difficulty. It's just they were hard because the mechanics were hard. Like the actual game, like using the controller and the way the controllers worked. That was the hard part about it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't think I ever struggled playing games like more when I was younger than now. And I've even gone back and played those games today sometimes, and I'm like, how did we do this as kids?
They're still hard.
I find them harder now. I was like, how did we do this?
Because you're used to easy mechanics and like good mechanics in the game. So what was I just asked you that. So when did your love for gaming really start?
Probably it was. I did like when we used to have the PlayStation 1, I used to play a little bit, but it was mainly when we got our PS2. And Tekken was our first ever game we got on PlayStation 2. And I used to be really addicted to fighters all the time. I used to play Tekken, like Soul Calibur, all that stuff. And just the crazy attacks and all that as well, and learning combos was like got me addicted to it, and just playing with friends and having that banter as well. Yeah.
Well, I think having like the moments when you can actually start playing games with your friends was probably the biggest one. Like for me, when I first got a PlayStation, I only had one controller, and my two little sisters were much too young to play video games, and just I don't know, they weren't as interested. So that first time you get a second controller and you can play like a co-op game with a friend was just like monumental.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's just, I still remember, I think the first game I ever used to play with friends was Tekken and stuff, and then so when the PlayStation 3 came out, and then I found COD, and a split screen COD and all that as well. Just insane.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah. Back when LAN parties were simple.
Yeah, back when they were simple.
Drag your console over to your friend's house, grab Ethernets all over the house. Try not to trip over anyone.
Yeah, and having TVs everywhere.
Those are the days you used to have to stay up to like 5 o'clock in the morning and not feel it the next day.
Yeah, I don't know how we managed to do it. So, what was your happiest memory gaming?
Ooh. I'm going to go back to Kingdom Hearts 1. Probably the first time I ever finished it, because I remember struggling so much in the final stages leading up to Anthem and into spoilers by the way, you haven't played it. Going through like the Shunabug and all that, and then getting to finally Anthem and just dying and finally getting that last final kill just felt so gratifying. I think I was up to like 4 a.m. while I was younger trying to finish it.
Yeah, it was hard. Like
I
think Kingdom Hearts 1 was harder than Kingdom Hearts 2 for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
so much grinding. That was the first time I learned about grinding.
Yeah, we got a question from Morph here. So, what game do you absolutely hate but everyone else likes it?
Ooh,
I like that question. I'm gonna add that to my list.
That's a good one. I did play this for a bit, but then I kind of got Fortnite. I tried it for 3 months. I used to play with friends, and that's because all my friends wanted to play Fortnite. I just don't get it. Like, all the building, I don't know how you can be like build and shoot and look over your shoulder 24/7.
I just don't. Like, I'm kind of in the same kind of opinion. I've never really gotten into Fortnite. I don't understand how people like. I've watched some professional gamers, well, professional or just people who are good at the game, play Fortnite, and the way they can build and just like they're looking around like crazy and stuff's building all around them. Like, what are they even pressing to do that? Like, how do you do that?
Oh, I'm the same. I used to play with mates who were really like into it, and they did the same. They could build everything. And I used to like 1v1. Like I could build a box. Yay! Box.
I have a box house. Woo!
This will protect me for 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh, Eevee.
Eevee?
Because Eevee is just the cutest. It's involvement to whatever you want and need at the time, and yeah, just the best. Love it.
What's your favorite evolution?
Again. Ooh, Umbreon.
Umbreon. Yeah, there's a few Umbreon fans. I think Umbreon's I'm thinking of Espeon. Umbreon's the one with the rings.
Yeah, Umbreon's the dark one. They have to evolve in a cave, fighting so many Zubats.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Zubats. Whenever.
Witherwing's favorite is Sylveon. Welcome on into the chat, Banjo. So, who is your favorite streamer?
I've been thinking about this.
Now,
and it's hard because I can't narrow it down to one, because I'm into people's streams religiously.
Yep.
Like Banjo's before I go to work, I'm in religiously because I need something to motivate me to actually go to work.
Yep.
Every morning, I'm in yours every Tuesday. I'm usually playing games with Withers, so we're usually in each other's streams as well. So pretty much everyone I've met. This sounds like such a cop-out answer, but like everyone I've met on like bonded with and everything, I love watching those people's streams, especially people who I play games with, because it's great to support everyone and all that as well. And I usually have about 50 tabs open.
Why is my internet so slow?
That's why it's just like when they say like, "Oh, the camera's coming through a bit," guys are like, "Oh, close all my tabs."
That would have been probably the reason why. Oh no. So why did you start streaming, Jiff?
Well, there's two answers to this, because originally I actually started back in 2020. I did 3 streams and quit because I could not work out my settings. I have no idea how to work out Streamlabs or anything like that. So I didn't stream again until last year, and which I found out you streamed on, I think I was following Quicksave Gaming forever on Facebook. And then I was like, I was bored. I finished studying. I'm like, I have nothing to do. So, oh yeah, I'll just jump back on Twitch. And I saw you were streaming. I got my computer chair. I need something to watch. So I put you on while you're doing an art stream. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do this. This is fun. And then as I was building my chair, I noticed how much interaction you're having and how much fun you're having with people and everything. And so I was like, this is actually what I want to do. Like, I love interacting, meeting new people, especially all over the world, and their habits. And that's pretty much what got me back into it. And that's what I've met so many different people to play games with, because people here I know in real life don't really play games much.
Yep.
And it's just good to have that outlet again.
Yeah. And that's the important thing for any like new streamer out there who's just starting out. Finding a community to kind of help you get off the ground is very important, because it does help to have people in your chat. Like for myself, I started from scratch. I didn't know anybody in the Twitch world at all. I was kind of new to it. I went in blind basically, and so I built a lot of it from scratch, and it took a bit longer than some people. But meeting the right people and networking and just playing games with them is going to be the best way to grow. So that's an important thing to note when you're just starting out streaming.
100%, like really 100%. And talking to people, just meeting people and playing games. That's literally all I do.
Yeah.
I just literally go like, oh, you play this? Oh, can I join next time?
Yeah. It's all about playing those multiplayer games. Like you've got to be playing those multiplayer games to start with. As much as it's like playing single player games, do that as well, but try to play multiplayer games as well. Because single player games, especially when you're just starting out, and this is an experience of my own, it can be very disheartening because there might be not as many people watching it, or you don't have that engagement. So you will be playing the game by yourself, and you might not get a chat for a good 30 minutes, and it makes you question why you're doing it. Whereas when you're playing with other people, it can get you a little bit more comfortable with just being able to talk, and then people might see that energy while you're live, and then they'll be more likely to jump into your chat.
Yeah, because I know when I started streaming, after I met you and started streaming, I was doing the Tomb Raider games, and I was just like, yeah, but it was good. I was having fun, but also it's kind of like some people were interacting, but also kind of like I have no one to banter with. So it's kind of like that lull period. Just like, I need to make jokes. Where can I find the jokes? And then I was just praying for glitches to comment on, like, please glitch, please glitch, please glitch.
Yeah. So it can be a bit tough starting off with, especially with single player games, but don't let that deter you from playing them. I think it's good to have a balance of both. Unless that's your thing and you want to just play single player games, and by all means. So how do you choose what to stream, Jiff?
Well, I used to call myself a variety game streamer, but I think that's about to change. I met Withers, and things started to spiral. We started playing a lot more Overwatch.
Yep.
I got the Overwatch bug, so I'm playing a lot of that at the moment. But mainly at the moment, just games I can play with people, because I love chatting and I love bantering with people. If there's a good story game out there, like there's one coming out in May called Forspoken, which I really want to play on stream because it looks like so much fun. And it's just a whole different. It was announced as Project Athena, and now it's coming out as actually got a game title and everything as well. Praying it doesn't get delayed. But pretty much every night it's just like Overwatch. Me and Withers just message each other through the day. It's like Overwatch, and then just jump on.
Overwatch game.
Every time I even try and go do ranked matches, and people just jump in my chat like, "You want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, we'll put ranked aside. We'll just jump into quick play."
So, what's your favorite moment so far in your stream?
Probably the first community games that we had when I joined into Gartic Phone, because I did not realize how insanely funny that game could be.
Yep.
Just with just random people popping in, then just looking at people's art and everything as well, and then just all the jokes, and just I think I could not stop laughing for a good 20 minutes. Like every time, I just could not stop laughing, and I've never had so much fun.
Gartic Phone has probably been one of my favorite games. Like streaming moments in my stream as well. Like some of the stuff people come up with, some of the artwork, some of the random streamers jump in with, and then like just the chaos that happens is so funny. It's so hilarious.
Yeah, that's like the first time I played Gartic Phone with you guys, we had that Jivo art come in.
Yeah.
And the quickly 60-second drawing, I felt like it drew for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? I was like, what?
So what's your favorite streaming equipment?
This is probably the same as everyone's streaming equipment at the moment who's just getting one, a Stream Deck.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god, it saves so much time. Just be able to transition, sound alert, shout outs, everything, Spotify,
Yeah.
Like I don't have to alt tab ever again. Literally
Yeah.
just set everything from my Stream Deck and just folders upon macros as well.
They're extremely powerful pieces of equipment.
Yes, like everyone's like, when I first heard of a Stream Deck, I was like, this is just bougie. Like, when am I gonna put 15 buttons on? What am I gonna do? And then I started watching some YouTube and watching up tutorials of how people use it. I was like, what am I doing? I'm doing everything wrong. I need to quickly edit everything.
It's crazy, right? I think Hannah said the same thing. Like, I've probably going to say the same thing at the moment. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment just for how amazing what you can actually do with it and just how it streamlines your entire stream.
Yeah, well, not even that. You can use it for, so I use it for other things as well as streaming. Like, if I need to quickly boot up like 6 programs at once, I just use a macro, press it, and it all opens at once where I want it and where I need it.
Yeah.
And it's great. So even every day before I stream, I have a like prep button and literally opens my OBS. My other things are open, my widgets and stuff that I need open as well. And it's so quick. It just saves so much time trying to go into browsers, type everything, and everything as well.
Yeah. So Elgato, hit us up for a sponsorship.
Sponsor us, please. Cat, please sponsor me if you're here.
So, what's your how do you manage your stream schedule?
This is I've only just done recently because I know when I first started, I was kind of like just doing it all over the place. So it's kind of like when I felt like it, and then I started getting really tired all the time. It's like I need to actually sit down and work out days, times, and dedicate things rather than just starting at random times and everything.
Yep.
So I try and time it so I finish work, I come home, wind down and everything as well, then do whatever admin I need to do for this, have dinner, go for a walk, and then I always try and stream every night at 7:30. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna be on at 7:30 and I'm gonna be on for a minimum 2 to 3 hours.
Yep.
And that's just everything. And then on my Sundays, if I'm not doing anything Sundays, I'm going to try and do day streams as well, mainly because just I feel like playing games. I always like playing games with people like offshore and everything. And Sunday's like the perfect day to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's their Saturdays, so it works out perfectly.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing with like once you start making friends from like different time zones that's the main reason why we're doing behind the stream on a 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, because this is the perfect time for all of our American friends and even some of our UK friends. It's I think it's late.
Who like to stay up late.
Yeah, who like to stay up late. It just allows us to kind of spend a bit more time with those friends.
Yes, the amount of times I've nearly been late to work because Banjo's like, just have one quick game. For one quick game, I'm like, oh shit, need to get ready.
Oh no, oh no.
We have a shower and go to work. Like,
So what's been the funniest moment in your stream?
Probably just random stuff I've done in Overwatch lately. Just me with just like I had to stream last night with Shuts and stuff, and we turned into meme Overwatch because just like I got requested to be Cyborg or Genji, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna be this and this, and all we're gonna do is just nano boost you the whole time, and just get all that. So literally just turned into meme Overwatch, and just doing stupid stuff, and all my mistakes I've done there, like being Winston and then getting on point and then jumping off the map. Wrong direction.
Press that shift button at the wrong time and just launch yourself.
Just pretty much every time I make a mistake and everything, and I just laugh it off and just kind of hilarious. Cause I'm like, this is something I shouldn't be doing, but it's also hilarious I'm doing it. And pretty much any time I make a mistake, that's what my best moments.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to own your mistakes and just have a laugh at them. Otherwise, if you beat yourself up too much on them, you're just gonna have a bad time. Feel bad,
100%, and that's what I'm a bit like. Is I'd just rather just sit there and have fun, and laugh about it, rather than have to worry about things later and go like,
Exactly, it's a good positive outlook to the gaming. So, what's the greatest thing you've learned from streaming?
Learning how important a schedule is, and how you don't have to give up your hobby. Because like I nearly stopped gaming because none of my friends here did it, and I was like, if I don't have people to play games with, why am I doing it? And then I started meeting you guys and everything, and I really fall back in love with it. So one thing that this has taught me and everything to keep myself happy is like, you should never give up your hobbies. You should always find some way to do them. If it's something that makes you happy, do it for you. Don't do it for anyone else.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest thing as well. And that's why I fell in love with streaming, and that's why I love playing with people and all that as well. And yeah, never look back for 3 months. Never look back.
It's been a very good 3 months for you, Jiff.
It has getting there slowly.
You know, one step in front of the other. Take each day as it comes. You know how it goes.
Yeah, pretty much is how I live my life now. I don't plan ahead anymore. It's like, oh yeah, okay, gotta do this. This is my day.
So what do you do to keep your mental health in check?
Funnily enough, coming home and looking forward to like gaming, it's literally the only, like, if I have a really stressful day at work, I know I can come home and play games for a couple of hours and I'll feel better.
Yep.
That's probably my biggest thing, is like doing my hobbies and cooking. I'm a bit of a a bit of a chef. I'm not a qualified chef, but I cook a lot.
Yeah, if you post a lot of photos up in the Discord, so anybody who's in the chat who's not already in our Discord, jump in there, and Jiff posts up a lot of the photos. Have you put recipes in there yet?
Not yet, no, because it's funny, because when I cook, I don't actually cook to a recipe. I make it up. So it's very much the flavors. So I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay and all that as well. So I kind of watch videos and see how they cook things, and I can kind of compress that into memory, or kind of figure out ratios as well, how you meant to do what. I'm very much I taste as I cook.
Yep.
And yeah, that's how I get all my recipes, get all my food and all that as well.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I'm just I can cook stuff if I got the recipe down pat, but like I just can't make things up as I go. It's just
so I watched a bit of your cooking stream when I went back, and I need to teach you some knife skills, because I nearly made me cringe. It's like, please don't cut yourself.
I've cut myself plenty of times when I was younger.
Doesn't surprise me.
My dad was a butcher, so all the knives we had in the house were like ultra sharp. So like I learned very quickly how not to cut myself with knives.
Yeah, see, my dad was a pastry chef, so all the good stuff.
Yeah.
All the good cooking stuff.
So how do you self-promote your stream?
TikTok. One thing I swore I'd never do in my life was start our own TikTok account and promote and do content on it. I think it was about 2 weeks in. I was like, yeah, I better start doing TikTok. So that I need to relive my Twitter. Like I've got a Twitter, I just don't use it at the moment.
Yep.
And probably Instagram as well.
Yep.
And interacting with different people in different Discords as well. So getting to know them, networking is a big one. As you were saying before, like networking is huge. So finding new streamers and everything as well, like just getting to know them, everything, playing games with them as well. And if it comes up in conversation, just say, yeah, I stream as well. I do this and this and this and all that. And rating. Like rating other people's streams is probably one big thing that's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And just sharing the love.
Yep. So that's probably the biggest thing you should like. And it took me a while to remember to raid after each stream. You've got to really like think about it at first. But it's a huge thing you got to do to share the love and raid different people from everywhere. Because people really appreciate it. Raid big streamers, raid small streamers. Doesn't really matter. Because you're really just sharing your community with their community, and some people just appreciate it so much. And it's just the best way to share the love and share the communities around, because that's the big thing about streaming, is that almost everybody on Twitch is a streamer of is a streamer or wants to stream. So sharing that love between everyone is going to create like your community, and that's the important thing about Twitch, is it's all community based. So yeah, rating is very important.
Yeah, 100%. Because I remember the first time when I started streaming, I was like, and I stopped streaming, like, crap, I forgot to raid. This was immediate thought. It's like, so when I then started, I literally put a sticky note on my computer that was big, bright, and yellow, and in like a size like 105 font that said raid. So when I closed my game, I can literally see it says raid. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go find someone, quickly raid them.
Nice.
Everything as well. And also TikTok. I'm finding a lot of streamers on TikTok who have just gone and had a look at the Twitch page and watched some of their VODs and gone like, your content's really awesome. And then just gone and watched some of their streams. Like that's how I met Pikachu. And everything as well. So just watched her on TikTok, and then she's a really funny person, and love watching her streams every now and again.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard when we all stream at the same time.
Yeah. TikTok is a very powerful growth tool. Like I know that's how I've met a lot of streamers recently. Withers, I met Withers through TikTok. Hannah, I met Hannah through TikTok. Like Morph, I met Morph through TikTok. So we've got this, like, it's such a powerful tool for growing your stream.
Definitely.
Probably the biggest piece of advice I could give to anyone doing TikTok is don't just post gaming content. Try to mix it up with like standard Twitch content as well. Maybe put a little bit of gaming references in there, because I find when I go through my TikTok and it's just streamer, and it's just like a gaming clip, gaming clip. And it's like, okay, I'm getting a bit over the gaming clips. I want something a little bit more, and because it gets flooded with all that kind of content. So do something a bit different. Like Withers, she's really good at doing like TikTok content.
She is TikTok queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what when I first started doing TikTok. It's like, yeah, this is gonna be somewhere I can put my clips. Like, I'm just gonna go at the end of every night. I'm just gonna go through clip stuff and everything, and then post it after terms of service. Twitch just allow us to do it.
Yeah, the 24 hours.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, okay, I need to start doing something else because I also got fed up going through my bots and clipping stuff. So I was like, okay, I bought the bullet. I bought the bullet, and then I just started doing random videos, and I had more fun doing that. A lot more fun. And just coming up with like things like be inspired by what other people are doing with their sound clips and stuff.
Yeah.
And all that as well. And then looking at and going like, oh, I can actually twist this in a different way.
Yep. That's what I found with TikTok is at first it seems like very hard to come up with content, but then it all is really about copying what other people are doing or taking inspiration from other people's content. You take that sound because it's funny, and then you do it yourself. Because you'll reach a different kind of audience anyway.
Yeah, well, that's what I found when I found that Greatest Showman song with the deals and stuff. I was just like, oh my god! It's like, oh yeah, when people ask me to switch off Moira, I was like, that's not gonna happen. And then it's like, oh, when bots come and chat, we get like, we'd like to be famous. No, and all that as well. So like, just stuff like that. Just like relating it back to what we do, and also trying to find things that are like a medium between that world as well.
So in the marketing world, it's called funneling, where you basically you have your primary content, which is like in the middle of the funnel, but then you have like more broad range of content on the outside. So when people watch your content, they get filtered into your funnel, and then they'll eventually get to the point where they see your primary content, and then that's what you essentially want them to join in on. But if you've got nothing but your primary content everywhere, you're only narrowly hitting that market that's interested in that content. So diversifying the type of content you have is really important to try and broaden your reach to a larger community.
Oh, 100%. And the one thing I want to do, I do want to upload cooking stuff on there, but I need to buy it because the ring light I bought doesn't actually fit my phone. So I'm like, crap. So I have to go buy something for my phone to be held in. So that way I can actually film with me in my kitchen, like cooking stuff as well. I do plan to do a cooking stream one day, but when I get a better kitchen, my kitchen's not set up for it at all. Yeah. It's just too enclosed to have cameras and everything as well.
No, that's fair enough.
So when I eventually move one day, I would actually love to do a cooking stream and everything as well. Probably take me about 3 hours by the time I talk to people and everything while I'm chatting.
That's it. That was my stream. So I did the cooking stream. It was like 3 hours. It took me to cook something that would normally take like 45 minutes at max. And I was so wrecked by the end of it. I was cooking like two of this bacon wrapped chicken, one for me, one for Jess. Jess had gone to bed because it had taken so long. I had to wake her up with the food, like, have dinner. It was so funny.
I'd love to make a cheesecake during a stream. I just know that takes too long.
So now we sit and wait for 12 hours.
About an hour in the oven. Then you have to let it rest in the oven for about 5 hours, and then you have to let it refrigerate for another 6. Then it's good to go.
So we've prepared the cake. That's taken 2 hours. Now we've got to let it sit for 12 hours. So
prepare for the taste review in 12 hours time. You can see me here. Or just here's what I prepared earlier.
Yeah, that would be the way. That would be the way to do it. That's what they do on cooking shows.
All the time. Yeah. But yeah, no, I do really want to do a cooking stream one day. Like, really do. I just need a better kitchen. Way better kitchen to do it.
Aaron and I have been tossing up doing a cooking stream together and drinking while we're doing it.
I would love for you to do a cooking stream, and can I just be in your ear, just being Gordon Ramsay, just correcting all your cooking techniques? Because I'm sorry, but when I went back and watched it, I was just like twitching. I was like, you got to injure yourself.
I would, but I get distracted enough.
I guess true.
So, what's some advice you'd give to a fellow streamer who may be just starting out?
One thing, it was something you told me as well. One thing to do is, I started and I got disheartened by this, and then when I turned it off, it improved my mood so much better. Turn off your view account. Don't even have a sneaky peek. just like you said, pretend you're streaming to like 600 people. Pretend you're Ninja streaming Fortnite. Like you're streaming to like 1 million people, because that way, if you don't know the numbers and stuff like that, you're not bothered by it. That's probably the best thing that ever happened. The best advice you can ever give me. 'Cause I never knew you can turn it off.
Yep.
Until you told me, I was like, this makes so much better.
Yeah. It is so important. Like when I first started doing it, so I remember I was watching TikToks and like streamers were going streamer tips, blah blah blah. Turn your viewer count off, and I was like, and I didn't really take the advice until a month or so in, or a couple months in, and then I finally did it and then streamed, and it just takes weight off your shoulders. But even then, like I actually got in a bad habit of just checking it mid-stream. And like,
yeah, I remember streaming it once. You were just tracking it. I was just like, don't.
Yeah, and it was.
I remember going in all caps, like, don't check your viewer count.
And it was just
Stop
immediate.
looking.
Like, well, maybe not immediate, but it was like a week long of just like me being in my own head about it. Like, oh, I don't have those viewers, blah 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 blah. And then like I was beating myself up over it. Like, so it's so important to leave it off, because you will just like you will have a hard time.
And that's the other thing too. Leave your viewer count off, and like streaming. I like you said before. Like it was that stream with friends. Like really stream with friends first up. That's probably another, like, especially if you're just starting. If you either know stream or know people who are happy to be on your stream, just as a voice and while you play games, so you can have that banter.
Yep.
Like really do it, because like you'll find your natural banter. People will come and watch that.
Yeah.
Because they find it funny and hilarious. That's like when me and Wither started streaming. We started streaming Overwatch together. We just sit there, chat, and you'll find we're talking to each other, talking to our chat, and just like it's just in a natural flow, rather than just being like trying to play games and then trying to make jokes about it all the time or what you're doing,
which can be quite draining. And sometimes, like I don't know, if the joke's not a part of the moment, then the joke gets missed.
Yeah, 100%, and so I definitely recommend always like playing games with friends.
Yeah,
or at least try to when you first start.
So, based on your goals, what processes are you taking to get there?
My goals, I don't really have goals. Like, this is literally just a hobby for me at the moment.
Yep.
So my goals at the moment is literally just to grow quick save gaming. My own personal one, I don't really like. I'm happy just doing what I'm doing at the moment. If I get to like, I think at the moment, because I started the year with 103 followers. I was like, I'll get to like, if I get to 150 by the end of like March, I'll be happy. I don't really care. And then I saw I smashed that in like 20 seconds, in like a couple days. I was like, what? So I was like, oh. So I'm literally just like, I'm just gonna up it a little bit each day. But yeah, just don't set anything unattainable. Like try and set realistic goals that you're gonna find that you can accomplish and everything as well. Like I know I'm very aware. I'm only 3 months into this. I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna be partner by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Everything as well. But yeah, I just pretty much just enjoy what I'm doing. Treat it as a hobby. If I hit goals, I hit goals.
Yep.
And that's pretty much how I live my life, pretty much.
Yeah, that's good. So, do you have a bonus question for next week's Stream of the Week?
Ooh, yes.
Oh, not Stream of the Week. Sorry, it's not Stream of the Week anymore. It's Behind the Stream. I need to rename this.
Yeah. So if you had a choice of any video game in the world, if you could switch your life with a video game character, who would it be?
Yeah, so if you could be in any video game as a character, who would you be?
Yeah, you had to be that character. You couldn't be yourself. You had to be that character and live the way they live and everything. You get all their abilities and all that as well.
Okay, reverse card time.
Well, reverse on you.
So, who would be a character that you'd love to live the life of?
I think honestly, I would love to be Sora, like Sora out of Kingdom Hearts 2. Because of the outfit, the abilities. I love the idea of wielding 2 Keyblades at once, because that's like a tattoo design I want to get as well on my back.
Yep.
Eventually. But yeah, just the abilities, and also the chance to interact with both Disney and Final Fantasy characters at the same time. Especially because Cloud's also in that game, and like decent Cloud costume, not like the crappy one he was in the first game as well. And all that, and Aerith's in there as well, and all that as well. So yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 2 is just a mixture of all my favorite characters.
Fair enough. If I was to be any character, that's a hard one. It's a very hard one.
Very thought-provoking.
It is a very thought-provoking question. I probably would choose, Because like, I don't know, because like some of the characters have really bad shit that happens. So it's like, well, do I really want to be that person? I reckon I'd probably say like one of the characters from Pokemon. Because that'd be cool.
What, a Pikachu?
No, not a Pikachu. Like, I don't know.
A
like,
Mimikyu?
Maybe Ash?
So you want to be 15 for the rest of your life?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe in a more realistic kind of setting. But like, I think being in the Pokemon universe would be pretty cool.
I mean, not in Arceus, because Arceus is like spoiler warnings. You know, because like that whole backstory between Arceus and stuff is kind of like maybe modern age Pokemon.
Modern age Pokemon.
Not like the before times.
Well, I think if like I reckon like if it was a realistic thing, I think Pokemon would be pretty vicious.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with that as well.
So, what's a quirky thing about yourself that other people might not know?
Ooh. Quirky thing. I just see. I've always been told like I'm quite. I try and throw like my sass levels. Like I always try and throw shade where I can, or sass. 'Cause I watch a lot of drag queens, so I try and live my life. Not my life, but I try and do that as well. So I try to emulate sass and everything. I do enjoy doing drag, so I've done drag in my life.
Oh yeah.
Before I moved back to where I live. So that was fun. I'd love to do that again. Also, another reason why I want to move. And all that as well, because I just love the art style and everything as well. But yeah, and I used to be a big theatre kid, like a huge theatre buff.
Yep.
So I've done musicals, I've done all that as well, which I don't really do anymore because I just don't have the time or anything as well. So that's probably like one quirky thing that I don't really talk about as much as I used to. And everything as well since I moved from home.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much about the only real quirky thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so we'll extend the questions to the audience. So everybody in chat, do you guys have any questions that you would like to ask Jiff about his streams or himself or the games he plays?
We'll rush it once.
What would be your favorite scary movie, Jiff?
Ooh. See, I don't like traditional scary movies. I like scary movies where they're so bad that they're hilarious. So like the
Scary Movie?
classic. Oh, that's more of a comedy. So my thing is like Tremors. So Tremors came out in the 90s, and they hyped it up as it had Kevin Bacon in it, and they hyped it up to be this huge like these worms eat you out of the ground. They hyped it up to be so scary, but they literally just made the most hilarious thing in the world. And I can't stop laughing at it. Especially like old movies like Jaws and stuff, where you go back and look at it and go like, now it's just like with all the like 3D animation we have, it's kind of like
it's not as scary.
Yeah, so all the old school like all the things they had to do as well, it just makes me laugh. But probably the most recently scariest movie I've seen is probably It. Yep. I haven't seen the second one yet, but the first It scared the crap out of me because I don't like clowns. Pennywise haunts my dreams.
Are you a candy or a chocolate person?
Ooh, probably go chocolate. I don't mind candy, but it's only some too sweet.
Yeah.
I do like chocolate. It needs to be like dark or white chocolate. I'm not a big fan of milk chocolate.
Yep.
I don't know why. I just don't get it.
I'm probably more of a chocolate fan myself. Like when I was younger, candy was kind of like it was my go-to, but nowadays I can't stand it. It's got to be chocolate all the way now.
If I still eat candy now, I like sour straps. It's probably the only candy I really still eat.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
It's only because I found that I used to watch a lot of YouTube and everything. I still do watch a lot of YouTube. But one person I used to watch was called Tipsy Bartender.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one thing I didn't know is that people to infuse their vodkas used to put vodka and candy into a jar and to let it infuse.
Yeah, Skittle vodka.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize that's how they make it. So I made sour strap vodka, and oh my god, so good.
Yeah, right. That sounds good.
So good.
Okay,
Also,
so any questions? Sorry, what was that?
Another passion of mine is bartending.
Bartending, yeah, because you did a few drinks for the community.
I've done yours. I haven't done MC's yet because I can't find the correct ingredient for it. Because they used to sell it here, but they don't anymore. So I'm trying to find it still, or trying to find a suitable replacement.
I see.
It's just so hard.
So any other questions from the community? So I see that you got your little man bun going on there.
Yeah, okay. There's also another thing I said I never do in my life. Is like I never grow my... because I always have this fascination of growing my hair long, but
Yep.
I've never done it because I just always end up cutting it off
Mm.
because it gets too hot. And then now I grow the top of it out. It's like when I have it out, it gets annoying. So I'm like, yep, tie it up now, and everything as well. So yeah.
Withers can't really think of anything because she talks to you so much anyway.
Yeah, it's true. We literally inbox each other every day. We literally wake up and talk to each other. It's the first thing we do. It's funny, actually. Funny story. When Withers first became affiliate, I messaged her. I was like, oh, if you because this is when she didn't have any mods or anything, and stuff like, oh, if you ever need a hand or anything, just let us know. I'm happy to help. And she thought like to be a mod, you had to be in their stream 24/7. No, I was like, no. If I'm there, I'll mod. If not, no, I'm not there. And yeah, it was hilarious. And we had this full conversation about it. It was hilarious. Yeah, I was just. We all make baby mistakes. Like when I first, because I was like. Because that was also one of my goals. Because like all I wanted to do was become an affiliate on Twitch. I was like, "Yep, here we go. 6 months. I'm gonna give myself 6 months." 1 month later, I was like, "Oh," I was like, "There goes my goals."
That was quick.
Like, other things as well.
So when I first started streaming, I had no idea like what a mod was. So like I had someone in my chat, Becky. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, do you like? I'm a mod for other people's channels." And I was like, "What's a mod?" And then she told me, and then she became the first mod in my channel.
Well,
I didn't know anything. Like the first few streams I didn't have sound alerts or anything, so I didn't know when people followed. I didn't know what a raid was. I got raided, and I was like, I don't know.
Huh?
I was like, what's this mean?
That's the same. Like when I first started this time properly, I knew kind of what things were. I knew you like mods and stuff. I was kind of like, I don't really need to worry about that. And I was like, I'll worry about sound alerts like when I eventually hit affiliate and stuff like that. Because like my first overlays were things I got off Streamlabs, like because I had that big open store, so I just got a template.
Yep.
And then I started looking at other people's streams who were using Streamlabs. I was like, my overlays look the exact same as everyone else's. I'm like, no. So I'm like, no. So I went back and changed all mine and all that as well. That was a solid Saturday morning trying to figure out how to design things.
Yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve, but it's very satisfying when you get it all working and like someone follows and it goes up on your screen. You're like, yes.
Yes, especially when the GIF finally works after 20 tries of testing it. And then when it does, you're just like, why is it broken? Then you're sitting there midstream just trying to fill it with stream alerts going like, why aren't you working? Why aren't you coming through?
Oh, that's funny. All right,
yeah,
so I think we've gone through pretty much all the questions here, which we smashed through them, which was good. So I think it's time to
talk really fast.
I think it's time to wrap up this interview. So thank you everyone for being here today. This has been a fantastic interview with JiffTV97. If you haven't already, go ahead and give him a follow on his channel. I'm just going to give him a shout out now.
Oh god, it's clip roulette. It's clip roulette.
No, there won't be any clips.
Okay, thank god.
So go ahead and give Jiff a follow on his Twitch channel if you haven't already. Fantastic streamer, lovely personality, great guy to hang out with. So again, this will be posted on the Quicksave Gaming YouTube channel in a week's time. Go ahead and check that out. Tomorrow night we'll be doing another episode, or episode 1 of Quicksave Gaming Dungeons and Dragons. Myself and JiffTV97 are cast in that, so we'll both be there performing for everybody, having a good time, trying to take everyone on a fantastic adventure. So it's going to be a great time. So if you haven't already checked it out, there is a recording of the episode 0 on the Quicksave Gaming YouTube channel. Go check that out. Get yourself up to speed, and catch our stream live tomorrow night from 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, which is Melbourne, Sydney. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all there. So let's wrap this up. Let's find someone to raid out to, shall we? Do you have anyone online you'd like to raid, Jiff?
Well, I have a couple. I got Chrome Bubble, who got me obsessed with Final Fantasy 14 because I saw her playing it and then I bought it, and now I'm playing that a fair bit.
G'day, I'm the Jiro94, and I did it again. Sorry, I opened up Twitch on my own profile and it plays my
Oh, don't break from your own channel again.
No, just so I could see who's online. But I opened up my Twitch profile and it plays my
Channel,
my
let me call it.
channel trailer, and it's just like so loud in my ears. I'm like,
why is it always so weird together? There's so many glitches and bugs, and we have to sit out a good 5 minutes working everything out.
All right, so who was it we're rating?
We'll give Chrome Bubble some love because we love Chrome. And
Chrome.
She's Chrome Bubble. So CHROMEBUBBLE. So she's someone I met through Banjo, and I'm quite in her streams. Yeah, that's her. I'm in her streams probably every Saturday.
Yeah.
And she's usually Saturday and Sunday because she does the Final Fantasy 14 raids with her guilds and stuff.
Yep.
She's an ex-chemist and everything as well, and she's super hilarious as well. But yeah, so I also played some it was with Frax 12-hour stream, 24-hour stream. We played some Jackbox with her, and she's hilarious as well.
All right, well, let's go and check out Chrome Bubble. Again, thank you everyone for being here today. Stick around for the raid, and we'll go and check out Chrome Bubble and give us some quick save gaming love. All right, everybody, have yourself a fantastic day, night, morning, wherever you're watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Catch you guys.